All right. Come on.
Yeah, there you are.
There we are. Yep. And it did it.
Oh, this meeting is being live streamed. No kidding.
Yay.
8 minutes until showtime.
Okay, but why are you not?
8 minutes. So awesome.
Ah, there we are. Okay.
Mm.
Now I've got us up on the big TV and the laptop and the phone.
Coffee glitch. Coffee glitch. So let's see. This will be fun. You never know what we're gonna talk about.
Oh God, that's true. We talk about
Yeah.
anything and everything.
I know. I love
I
it.
didn't know if I was going to wear this big thing or not.
All right, got it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I just got on my shungite and my Q-Sarah tonight. So let's see. Peeps. Come on, peeps. Come on, peeps.
Okay.
Coffee
I'm gonna do a weird choker.
7 minutes until showtime.
So,
Oh, no.
as we wait for the show to start, how you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
Well, working on it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's been a rough day for me.
Yeah.
I had a couple of really rough moments, so that's all right.
Yeah. I've been missing loved ones, and
Yeah.
we had a someone we know died on Friday, and so
Oh,
it's
damn.
but it's not my. So
Oh, it's Brolick. Hey, Brolick, how you doing?
see now, why can't? Oh, it's because I'm not on Facebook. That's why. Oh, hey, I wonder if I can.
He's
get
on
him.
YouTube.
He's on YouTube. Okay, hang on.
Yeah. See, I've restreamed, so I get all the comments. We're having a little kitchen coffee glitch.
Well,
See,
that's
play it in the
different.
background.
6 minutes until showtime.
6 minutes to live. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're just chilling right now. Chilling. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Getting ready? You getting ready for the big turkey day next week?
No. Don't
Oh,
even know what the hell.
shit. Am I supposed to take the turkey out of the freezer today or tomorrow? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out after the show.
That's
You
kind
know,
of
it really
a big
stinks.
deal,
I got
Susan.
this really cool drum thing, right?
I
love
want
this
one of
thing.
those.
So, and you can't hear it on the snowball.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, you didn't even get your turkey yet, dude. You can't hear that, can you?
Oh, barely. I gotta move the laptop so I can see. Maybe I can see the chat.
So Brolick didn't even get
5 minutes until showtime.
his turkey yet. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert. Oh, there's
Ah.
the chat. Okay, it wasn't
Yep.
showing.
So
up.
I bought a turkey before we start the show. And then my sister informed me she was coming. So I had to go out and buy another turkey.
I
'cause
was
the other
gonna
first
say,
turkey
did you
was too
buy
small.
two?
So now I have 2 turkeys. I have 1 turkey in my freezer. That's the bigger one. And the smaller one's in his freezer. So yeah.
And there. Is the whole
Boo,
family?
1,000-pound cake. That's my Nutty Ape is my son. That's my oldest son, Jacob.
Yes, I remember that.
1,000-foot cake. Really, kid? Say how do you like the kitchen? Look, my arm can disappear.
Ooh.
I'm armless. Yeah. And it doesn't go behind you either. Isn't that cool?
4 minutes until showtime.
That's okay. We were skiing earlier.
That's
70s turkey is a jive turkey.
It's a jive turkey.
Jive turkey.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this for a second and
She's
fix something.
disappeared.
I disappeared, but I'm here. I've still got the volume on.
Disappeared.
This is driving me nuts. It's the necklace. I changed the necklace out.
Nikki disappeared.
Okay.
Okay, we got about 3 minutes.
Okay, now.
Yeah. Powers.
go.
She's the invisible woman. We're gonna make her reappear any minute. We're gonna start the spell now. Come on, guys, get that energy going. We gotta make her come back. Look, it worked.
Which way am I going? I'm going over this way. Okay. There we go.
Oh,
3 minutes until showtime.
That's better. Okay.
yeah, 3 minutes. So that's good.
Oh,
3
mercy
minutes.
to Margaret
Good
Tried.
3 minutes. Getting there.
You know, I've had well, I know this is going to be on live on YouTube, but so it's public right now. I'm just going to say it. I've had 2 crime victims coming and talking to me, and they're giving me, and they've been deceased more than 15 years.
Wow.
And I told the first one, I said, look, I will help you, but you're going to have to give me like cross streets, the name of the city, the whole kit and caboodle. And for the last month she has been, and she brought
2 minutes
other victim
until
with her.
showtime.
She
I'm
what?
hoping she brought the other victim with her. So I'm
Oh,
hoping
wow.
between the 2 of them, and I've got names. I'm in the process of obtaining actual names, Susan. So I'm
Wow.
hoping that I'm in the process of writing a letter to the proper authorities, because I had to do some research, and I'm hoping it will bring people to justice.
Damn.
I'm hoping. I don't have last names of the men, but I do have first names, and I know what they look like. And yeah, I'm making that public, but I'm
Wow.
not saying where, and I'm not saying exactly what time frame and all of that. But
Yeah,
I'm going to put this together, and I'm going for it,
I
because,
think you should.
well, and she sat and cried. She sat and cried. She said,
1 minute
only
until
person
showtime.
been able to get through to, and I'm like, I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
And she said, well, you're the only one who has heard, seen, and is actively talking to me, can hear me fully. And I'm like, well, honey, there's a lot of things that I'm missing that you're providing, and you're finding ways that my abilities work, and you're working with that, and you're bringing, and so and I'm documenting everything.
Wow.
So that's kind of the huge news on my end, because you know that typically I've always gotten just first names. I've never had last names.
I get
Honey,
numbers.
I know. You started getting numbers, what, last year?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just random numbers. I don't
Yeah.
know why. All right, it's almost showtime, guys.
Your show will go
we
live
go.
in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
It has begun! It's showtime, folks! Welcome to the Rift Radio Podcast Network, right here on Blog Talk Radio, with shows 6 days a week, Saturdays set aside for special events and Rift Nation. Join us as we produce the best on the net today. Be a part of the Rift Nation. Network intro by Robert Sloan. Find Robert Sloan Music today on Facebook and on YouTube. And now your featured show.
The Rift Radio Network presents ATU. awakens the unknown in you. Hosted by Reverend Susan Swanbeck, the Viking Celtic. She will touch base on a variety of topics, from ET, divination, paganism, Viking, history, Celtic, magic, self-help, chakras, energy, and so much more. Join her every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and allow yourself to awaken with ATU.
Wow. Hiya there, everybody. How you doing tonight? Our usual monthly guest, or should we say our monthly guest co-host always, Miss Nikki Jacobs is here with us tonight. It's going to be an awesome show, and I never know what she's talking about. I usually find out last minute because I like her to go to town and be able to give her a voice. And don't forget, you guys can call in at 323-870-3877. Oh my God, what's up? Hello, Rachel.
Hi guys.
So we're here and we're having our little kitchen glitch. Yes, we are. And I can't even pat her on the back.
On the other side. There, nope, this side. There we go.
That's the bookshelf. So hello, everybody. So Miss Nikki Jacobs is what I like to call I think one of the only people when I have certain questions about anything to do with like ET, also the when I need a little assistance because my wiring is slightly off, so but hey,
and I turned to you too for the same reason.
So, but you never know what the heck we're going to be talking about right now.
That's true.
And again, you just have to go with the flow. And Nikki, hopefully, is going to be a permanent monthly guest. So I have a lot of fun.
I would love that.
On. So we'll see. Maybe eventually we can make her a permanent co-host.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I love.
Okay, that's just wow, boggled my mind.
I have a lot of fun with you on the air, and I think what's missing is laughter from life.
Yes,
especially with all the crap we go through. I mean, we could be talking about something serious, and the next thing you know, we're laughing.
Yeah,
so
that's very true.
Just don't know, and come on, guys,
then you get the other side.
We want Nikki.
Then you get the other side kicking in, and I know that when I talked to Robert, between his spirit guides, my spirit guides, and the spirits that come in when we're having when he and I are having a conversation, or when another friend and I, who is another psychic, we're talking. Oh my God, you get people like, okay, I'm not going to name drop, but there's a certain somebody. Very famous somebody who's on the other side, has been for well, depending upon how you look at it, short amount of time, long amount of time. In our shut up phone. In our timeline, my phone just farted or fluffed. Sent me up a notification and goes, I'm like, oh, go away. Anyway, so these spirits have a tendency to come in and create humor where there wasn't.
Yes.
And at times it's like, wow, you are a really smart ass. I didn't know that this person was such a smart ass.
Yep. And that's the way it is when spirits talk. I was doing a private reading for someone, and I haven't done a private reading for her in a while. And the next thing you know, my mom came through and was telling me what to tell her. Since when is my mother my spirit guide? So, oh my God, so she's straight up kind of like, shit, get off the pot, landlady, I mean, she was blunt as all. I was like, oh my God, really?
Well, they've got to go
Oh,
to
but
school for that. They've got to go to be a spirit. And I didn't know that until my dad became my spirit guide. And anybody who knows my family knows that there's a really traumatic history between my mom and my dad. And ooh, so when I say when I have had family heard me say that my dad became my spirit guide, they're like, what did you just say? And I'm like, no, we work shit out, man. After he died, we work shit out big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
really
but I
funny when
found
you
out from
think
him,
about
they have
it.
to go to, yes, they have to go through a serious amount of schooling on the other side. And I was like, say what? And Dad was like, oh yeah, there was a lot of things that, and he goes, that's why you didn't hear from me for a while. Because after my dad passed, oh my God, he wouldn't shut up. We were living
How
in
long after? How long? I'm curious. How long after?
oh God, about a year and a half.
So does that
Yeah,
mean my mother pushed her way through?
Yeah, that's essentially what I've learned is I think my grandmother, when she died in 79, because my grandmother became my spirit guide, and it was about 2 years after she died that she was, oh yeah, I got stories
No.
about grandma too. Oh yeah.
My mom
And
is
then-
pushy.
And then my loved one Jack, when he passed, and I
Yeah.
call him my Jack, that was kind of my nickname with him. And when he died, not even an hour after he died, I'm on the couch and I'm curled up in a ball, crying my eyes out. And he looks down at me and I'm like, oh my God, you're here. And he's like, woman, get your ass up off that couch and we're gonna go outside onto the porch and watch our very first and our very last sunset together. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And I mean, he wasn't even dead. It was like an hour and 15, hour and 20, something like that. And I'm like,
Wow.
holy crap. But I didn't register that he had been dead. I mean, I registered it, but it was
Yeah.
like the following day or something like that his family called me, and I was like, oh, that was a different story. But yeah, he's been in and out of my life. I think he's a spirit guide for, I'm not gonna say, that would get into, no. Anyway, that'll cause some problems within his family if I say.
Yeah. I know what that's like. I know what that's
Yeah,
like.
I
but
mean, he was bushy. Oh, he was very bushy.
ooh,
So, I've got a feel like that, so I understand the pushiness. And I posted something publicly because I unexpectedly came across something that I'd really been missing Jack a lot lately. And we go through that, even as a psychic and a medium, you go
Yeah.
through that. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's a parent, a dear friend, somebody, but you can miss them. And at the same time, you logically know these are human motions. You logically know that this is part and parcel to the grieving process. It can be minutes after, even if you're consciously aware and know all the etherical and all that stuff. And I want to call it crap right now because that's what my language is at the moment, but it's not. But you can go through all of that, and it can be years later, like it was with Jack when he passed.
Yeah.
And holy crap, I still go through it. It's part of our human grieving process. And
Yeah, it is.
And yet I miss him in the physical sense, but yet when I start missing him, I'll get a pat on the back and a, now listen, lady, kind of like the Jerry Lewis, listen, lady. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. So I hear about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even though it's logical and we know, we can still miss their physical presence.
Yeah, we do.
And I wanted to remind people that that's normal.
Yeah.
Even
And
for
what
us.
it is they'll they'll say, and they'll look at you and they'll say, oh my God, you're lucky. You still get to talk to her. I'm not lucky.
No,
No,
that's a different
it doesn't
freaking
make
ballgame.
me lucky. I still,
Thank you.
she's not here. You
Yeah.
know, I can't play cards with her. I
I
can't
was
go
just
coffee
thinking
with
cards.
her. I can't
just had a
talk
picture
to
of it.
her.
I just had a whole picture of a table with, oh my God, cards, hands going back and forth, playing various different games of cards. I did
Yep.
not know that you did that.
Yep. Yep. Me and my
Thank you,
mom,
Mama.
and you know, it was like she'll be, and again, I know I keep bringing her up, and I know we have a different topic, I think, planned, but
That's
and I
quite
can't
all
help
right.
it because tomorrow will be exactly 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
And it's
even though
hard.
it's like we knew my mother was going to go, but it's
Yeah.
always unexpected, even when it's
Yes.
expected. Yeah.
It
See,
is.
my mother had ALS. So you watch my mother go from the strong woman who pretty much will pick you up, toss you to the other side of the room, and then chew your ass out when she's done and tell you to get up, to a woman that could not get up. So
Yeah,
with
that was my-
ALS. So yeah, it
That-
was hard
that
watching her go
was-
down like that.
Yeah.
But
That was how my step grandmother was. And
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
tough.
whew, yeah.
Yeah. So
But it
even
wasn't
though
ALS. It was
we're
not.
like these individuals that do pick up on spirit or
Mhm.
the Akashic records or the other realm, and oh, you got somebody beaming down to you. Sorry.
That's quite all right. Doesn't surprise me.
You know what I
Which-
mean when beaming down to
Which
you, right?
one is it though? That's the question.
I'm not getting a negative feeling. I'm getting
No.
a positive feeling from this individual. I could just say it, right? ET.
Just say it.
Yeah, so there's
it's
an
fine.
ET coming down to you, literally beaming something down
Blue.
to you.
Blue,
Again.
gray. Yeah, again. Yeah, they do this all
I
the
could
time.
see the beam. Literally, it's really weird. I just got like this old Star Trek reference. Beam me up, Scotty. And I mean, that was the weirdest thing. And it's like, okay, they're beaming something down to you. But
Yeah.
I'm getting yeah, see, there's grays, but you also get the phase around you too.
I know the phase have been around me
Yeah.
for well, I want to say a couple of weeks, but it's been a little bit longer than that. But wow, did they come through in the last, oh God, we're into Thursday, so it must have been Monday, Tuesday. And holy, I realized I wasn't saying the F word for a long time. And I was really proud of myself because, oh my God, the phase don't, they were like, we're not going to work with you if you keep saying that F word. And I had the royalty, the highest of the highest
Hierarchy, yeah.
yes, royalty, hierarchy, royalty standing next to me 2 years ago. And beautiful. I'm just going to say he feels like a he. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm going to reference him as a he,
Right.
because I don't actually know. But beautiful. Oh my God, the energy that they emit. And yeah. And then of course I had all these stupid F-bombs. I couldn't stop saying it. And I was like, what is up with that? I was like, where did that come from? I was like, because I hadn't done it for so while. Such a
Oh
while.
my
And
God.
F-bomb galore. And I'm like, what is it? I was like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble for that.
Oh my God. For those of you that are actually listening in for the first time that do not know, Miss Nikki Jacobs gets a lot of information from not just our spirits, our essence, but also from what you guys call ETs, which to me, it's slightly different. It's just which level of the earth.
They're a different being, and in physical form, and they still have souls, and a huge percentage of them have souls. There are, as our Keith Andrews says, although I can't remember how he phrases it, but there are ones that remind me of amoebas, but I don't know if they've got souls. I kind of don't want to know.
There we go.
But yeah, I communicate with, and for goodness sake, don't call them aliens.
They're
Oh,
not.
I found that out a year and a half ago. I got so busted for that. And I was like, they were like, we are totally fine with ET extraterrestrial, but you call us an alien. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
well,
upset.
technically, I mean, it depends who you're talking to. To me, they're
Yes.
not really alien.
Thank you.
Okay. And the
to me, they're
reason
a people.
being is, hey, Howie. So
Hey,
the
Howie.
reason being is because those of us that are RH negative, we're part alien, so, or ET, extraterrestrial. So if that's the way they're looking at it right now, those that are RH negative, which is me, I'm RH negative, and it doesn't bother me. I don't care who knows. Okay, I guess I got a rare blood type, whatever. So yeah, we must have come from somewhere, because I wasn't just beamed down in this body.
Well, I wasn't on a show last night, but I was listening to a show and in chat, and there were a lot of conversations about, oh my God, it just went right out of my head. Peoples and bloodlines, and it's a little bit more involved than that, but it was a fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting how people view other beings and other people.
Yeah.
Buzz. I don't know what that buzzing is. That's on my end. Sorry. So I was like, hey, well, oh no, don't say that, Nikki. Oh my God, don't say that. No.
I love this. She always
Somebody
the
just
tongue
put
wants
an
to go blah,
image.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, somebody just put an image of in my head of something naughty. I can't
Oh
even
my, is it my mother?
It was a sexual device. Let's put it that way.
Gotta be my mother. Is it my
That
mother?
would be your mother. Because I'm telling you, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to say that on radio. I'm not going to say that on a podcast. I'll talk about it privately with you. I'll talk about it in groups. I am not doing that. No.
Yeah, if it's
Anyway,
somebody
it was
throwing
just-
for a loop, that's gotta be my mother. Yeah.
Shocked me.
Oh yeah, she throws everybody for a loop. Oh my God.
Somebody's
Returns
laughing.
from
There's-
feeding feathers of others. Yeah, so Robert was evidently feeding the birds. And hello, Miss Rhonda. How you doing? Howie Odell is here. Also, Kelly Carell, Miss Kelly Carell. And we have Diggs BTW7 over in Twitch that says, hey, what's up? So how you doing? And Nikki's getting another message.
No, I'm asking the other side if there's information that I can pass along to Kelly, because I had to focus on her name. There's no picture with the name, and sometimes I need a picture. But yeah, there is a message for you, but I can't seem to get it. Well, that's frustrating. Female has to do. Okay, this is frustrating. A female around you, near you. Okay, I'm putting it in extremely generalistic terms. Well, that's my frustration. It's because they're not being specific, and I feel like there's a female that she either knows that's going to be coming to her, or somebody that is a stranger that she meets, but it's female. The energy is female, and I don't know what the rest of the message is, and if you would be a little bit more open. Oh, somebody's telling me to pull the cotton out of my ears. That's my response to you. Excuse me.
Maybe it's possibly a new friendship that'll lead her to her Mr. Ever.
I have to clean my laptop after that. Sorry. God, that's my frustration. But yeah, you've got a female energy that's either around you, going to be talking to you about a specific subject that is. God, why can't I pull this anymore?
Is this the one that
Because
involves
I'm
her
being told not
grandchildren?
to. I'm being told not to describe. Okay, I'm being told not to describe it publicly. Yeah, it's a female, not a stranger. Somebody she knows. Somebody's going
Okay,
to be
is this
coming
have
to her
something
about.
to do with her grandchildren?
Well, I heard an immediate yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I heard a yes, but then somebody said no. But it was a delayed no. No, the delayed no. I know who you are. Go bleep yourself. Get away from me.
Ah,
So whoever gave me the instant yes, that
yes.
is for Kelly. That is whoever her spirit guide was that just said it to me. And whoever the no is, I will deal with you later. Anyway,
You know, it must
I
get
get
really
that periodically.
complicated because when I get messages, it's always spirit, unless I'm channeling, then it comes from different directions. But you are sitting here like when you're getting messages, the messages got good or bad talk. No, when you're getting messages, hold on, we'll answer that in a minute, Kelly. When you're getting messages, it could be messages from not just this realm, but you know, the
farther out.
extraterrestrials as well could be coming down.
And I have a tendency to where I have, how shall I word this?
Bluntly.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be careful in how I phrase it. I want to be blunt, but I also want to be very careful because I don't want to spook people. I get watched. I will say this. I get watched a lot by both good beings and by what I call wannabes.
Yeah.
And those are what I call wannabe demons. But I also get watched by things that are not so nice. They're not on the evils. I can't classify them as evil. But they're not on the not so nice side. And they're usually the delayed ones. And it's like, seriously, you're going to mess with me. You're going to mess with this person's reading. You're going to actually screw with the information that's coming forward for somebody else. And you're going to try and screw with the psychic and the medium who is providing that information, and it's valid information. And you don't want it being given. So you're going to tell me something else. And it's like, Nikki gets very angry with those little MFers, and I am here to tell you, I will go after them if they start really pestering me. I mean,
hey, you got to get some blessed ink.
You know, I've thought about that.
I've got this one and two more on my back. They're blessed.
The funny thing that you mentioned about that, about 3 years ago, I almost started doing that. I was being shown languages that I didn't even know existed. And I don't even know what the words are. And these images were popping through my head, kind of like Egyptian ruins. I don't know how else to explain it. They weren't Celtic. They're not, starts with a V. They're not Viking. They're not anything I've seen of Earth. And that's, I made a comment last night in the chat on this other show. And my comment was about, see, now I'm losing somebody's trying to overpower my thoughts. That's not okay.
So it's something like, hi, Sue was in another room, but guess you couldn't see us. Hi, Nikki, it's Cheryl. They're over on YouTube right now.
Hey, Cheryl.
So I guess some of the Facebook channels, I'm not getting some of the messages. So, yeah. But hold on real quick, and then we'll get back to that thought. So Kelly was actually wondering if it was a good or bad conversation, if you know.
More towards the good. I don't feel bad in the conversation. I can't say I feel it's questionable, but there's something about it that could potentially be concerning. Depends on how you view it. That's where we were going to be talking about perspective. It depends on how you are going to perceive the information.
Yes.
And this is somebody else that's screwing with me. I kid you not. Somebody does not want me to. Seriously? You gotta start messing with me. I fight back. You don't want this bitch fighting back. I get mean, I get nasty, and I will fuck you up. Sorry. Sorry, Faye.
All right, 4 people
But I will
on the
screw
rift.
you up. Oh, yeah,
Nobody-
sorry.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Yeah, that's not it's not okay to be screwed with, and I know how to defend myself, and I will. So, I was on Facebook. You didn't. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
access
I think it's
Facebook
the
right now.
Viking Celtic. So those of you that do watch the show on a regular basis, I'm probably gonna boot out the Viking Celtic one because that's mostly for the crystals and resin and jewelry sales, and I'll just do the two ATU and the Rift Network, and of course the usual over on YouTube and the Twitch, just so you guys know. I'll do it that way from now on, so that way we won't have any issues. So you're getting something. We're talking about
Yeah,
perspective.
somebody wants to come in and talk, and I can't tell who it is. I can tell somebody wants to talk, but I'm not feeling, it's weird because I'm not feeling energy in that way. And that's what's strange. I should be picking up, whoa, somebody's trying to screw with my heart chakra.
Wow.
Really? Okay, guys, if you're trying to talk to me, I've got a mess. I'm gonna have to paint this message and put it on every stupid board and wall on my home. I've got a message in my bedroom. I've got a wall that has a message that states, to the spirits who read this, it's something to this effect. I can't remember the exact wording. It's been up for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
You need to go to my frequency. You know how to do that. Get to my frequency and I will communicate with you. We'll have a chat. I don't mind doing that. And it also goes to the ETs, actually. Well, it's another subject. And I'm not this open door policy, but I do have, because there are rules. I do have rules.
Yeah, and that's the thing I do too. If I'm sleeping and the spirit's trying to talk to me, and I'm like,
go away.
guys, if this is a matter of life and death, okay.
Yep.
But if it's not, I'm trying to sleep. I'm
That's right.
sorry, it's just it's the way it is.
And having 10 people stand at the foot of your bed while they're having a conversation, yapping like it's a little party, and you can hear every one of them yapping away at each other, and you're like, I'm going to throttle you. Walk away from my bedroom right now. I need to sleep. You're not in the physical world anymore. You don't have to deal with the physical body. And what it does.
See, this is what I do. I will put my headphones on and fall asleep to a book because it's the only way they leave me alone.
Oh, they
because
don't even
then I
do
hear
that.
the book, I don't hear them. So that's how I take a break from them.
They don't even do that with me. I mean, I get headphones on and I start getting, oh my God.
No, I will see pictures, but I won't hear the anymore.
No. Do you know how? And I found out with, so we had I don't know if I was going to talk about this or not, and I don't know if I'm going to get into legal trouble talking about this. We had a flood here, and each flood that we've had doesn't happen very often. But I found out I have a very high hearing with frequency, and so okay, I just got told to put out a warning.
Okay.
I'm putting out a freaking warning. All right. To the government polite yahoos that tried to screw with me periodically, this is not information for you to try to come and deal with me again. Because I know how to deal with you. So don't this is not an open invitation to you. This is not an invitation at all. So don't even freaking try. All right. So I have this high frequency. Now that forewarning for them, because
Right.
I get watched. I have stories I could tell you about that one. But anyway, so I found out that I have a unusually high frequency, and certain really higher frequencies than that can debilitate me. Now,
Ooh,
doesn't mean it will take me out,
right.
but I had a friend figure out what the frequencies were, and I went, "Are you freaking out of your gourd? How is that humanly possible?" She goes, "I don't know, but you can hear these." And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what they do to my entire system. And that makes me question, what have the ETs done to me? Because that's not
Yeah.
normal human. That's not normal humanism.
No,
I'm not
it's
calling
not.
myself an ET by any stretch of the imagination. But I know that physically, that's not normal for us humans. Even with us being able to use our minds, and even though I'm an ET abductee since I remember it as being at the age of 4, but it's most
Right.
likely a lot younger than that. And so my question then becomes, is that something that I was taught to do? Or is it something that because I now know, whoa, holy crap, yeah, okay, you weren't kidding. Somebody's trying to give me a download. Holy my
I told you they were beaming something in.
whoa.
Oh yeah,
My
this is
hearing.
all light, and I'm getting more of like the high energy, like the what I like to call the phase. The phase of very, very, very powerful energy, and they're literally beaming something down to you. So all I know is it's important. So they told me to tell you. So yeah, we have the weirdest conversations on this show sometimes. You never know.
Holy mother of God. This is okay, in 2019. Wow. That's going all the way through to my, oh my God, that's going all the way through to my soul cord. Wow, you guys. I can't even see it. I can't even, but I can. Wow, the frequency level. I'm feeling it in the ears. It's trapped. Whoa, okay. 29. I'm trying to say this. Come on. 2019, I was on a video call with, I believe, 9 other people. And that was when, and I will not say the name of the bug. We'll call it the bug.
All right.
And they witnessed a download that was given to me by the ETs. It wasn't, I thought it was by spirit guides, and well,
Right.
no, it was given to me by, oh, somebody's telling me to watch it. And it was all about how, and I'm being told, yeah, I'm being watched. I got government, I got, holy mother of, okay.
Yeah, and
This
that's
is
the
an
thing.
interesting show today, Sue. Oh my God.
I was on a show and I did have a guest on by you, Charleston, who used to work for the government a long time ago. And my entire computer was shut down by the Department of National Security. So that's not really uncommon for me. I've been
No.
shut down before.
And it's not uncommon for, I've had them actually try to shut down my phone. I've had them try to shut down my computer because I was in chats having open conversations in chat, and they were like, and I'm like, you don't even. And
oh, my man's a
especially
big
now that I
believer
know
in
what I
that.
can
They
do.
they can literally, they can get anything they want like this.
Yeah.
Yep. That they
Well,
really can.
all I now know is I can touch a piece of electronics, and which is one of the reasons why I don't like keyboards and electronics anymore.
You
But I
short
found out
circuit
what
them?
No, I don't just short circuit them. My higher consciousness can travel through wires and come up underneath people's fingers and give them nice little shocks.
I have to have amethyst by absolutely everything I use electrical because I will short circuit it. So, but yeah, you see, great minds think alike.
I didn't understand why I had to have this near me today.
Yep.
I was like, I haven't had this baby near me in a couple of months. I mean,
Yep.
it's been near me, it's been 2 feet away from me, but I mean, not like, 8 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to, it's had to, matter of fact, just, I'm surprised I melt selenite.
Yeah.
I
From the
love
heat.
selenite. Yeah. I and just picking it up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I was just thinking what I would love right next to me right now is being surrounded by a pool. That's not what I'm trying to say. Great big floor size selenite, because selenite can ground me like there's no tomorrow. A really
Yes.
good piece of selenite, one of them, even if it's as big as this, can ground me, but a whole thing of them, oh yeah, that's not a way to shut me down, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh, my whole body just automatically
Yeah. You
relaxes.
finally
and my
relax
soul
like
is-
my headphones at night.
yes.
Yes.
And the funny thing is I have a piece of selenite by just inches from my head every night, just for that reason.
Yeah. There you go. You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. You got this. Yep. So
I see now. I can't even think of what the heck I was talking about.
I don't know, but I can tell you tonight's show, we've got half an hour left or almost
we
20
haven't-
minutes left, literally.
We haven't even hit the subjects yet.
That's what happens. I have an hour. I'm sorry. And this is
No,
what happens with
Don't
us
apologize. I
every
love it.
time.
Don't apologize.
It's funny as
good.
all hell.
And look, my cheeks are bright red. They were not bright red when I started the show. That means
You
that, and I
received a
can feel
download.
it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it in. Wow, I'm feeling it everywhere.
See, and it's different. Like your perspective of the way that you feel it, literally, you can see it, and you have a change in your aura, right? With
Mhm.
me, it's all up here in the third eye and the crown. That's where I see everything. It's all up in here. It's not like, yeah, okay, shadows walk by, it's no big deal. But with me, it's all in this particular area. So my perspective is
You're leaving.
slightly different than yours.
Is it leaving? It feels like it's leaving
Yeah.
because it's up out of my shoulders now, but above my shoulders, and it's like it's like it's coming up. Something's coming up out of my body. I can feel it. It's like about this high off the shoulders, but about like right here at the top of the head.
Right.
And now my feet are not. My hands that my hands are like, they were so hot. Yeah, I could have melted selenite easily.
I
by
had to turn
touching
the
it.
fan on. I got my little fan on. Does Nikki have a Facebook page? She sure
Yes.
does.
Nikki.jacobs.376. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me because I do not check email hardly at all. I can give you email, but the fastest way to get a hold of me is through Facebook Messenger.
Yep.
Or you can Skype me, but that even takes me a while. And I don't
have
give
a
out
whole
my
bunch of
Skype,
people
so
in this chat room. Tonight we're actually talking about perspectives. If
It's supposed
something
to be,
comes
yes.
up, because we're both two mediums, we will let you guys know, but we're not
Oops.
like taking names to do readings or anything like that right
no,
now.
not tonight.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that tonight. But if something does come up and we see something or feel something, we do open our mouths about it. So
Oh,
just to let
that's
you
a-
guys know. Yeah, so a
Great.
lot of individuals are actually asking for readings right now. So, and I do that, but not right at this moment. So, uh-oh.
No, I'm reading chat. Well, okay, I'm reading the laptop chat. Blah, blah, blah. Now you're tongue tying me. That's not fair. Because they know me. I could talk a blue streak. I can seriously, I could talk a blue. Anybody that knows me and knows me well knows I can really talk a blue streak.
I know. Look at us. It takes us like a half an hour just to get into something. And now, to tell you the truth, guys, we got 18 minutes left of this show. And we haven't even started on the subject yet.
And if I could get Zoom up on mine, I would be doing live with you a lot on my. Oh, I have a YouTube channel.
There you go.
I have it. I think I've got 13 or 14 videos. They're mini videos because I've never done a live. And it's called Restore Belief. And belief, BELIEF, is in capitals, and it's with Nikki. Restore belief. That's because the word belief means something, although I don't remember what it is right now. I don't have the brain at the second. I'm into all this other stuff.
That's okay. Everybody over here is on YouTube. I don't even know the name I put on the page. So, but yeah, Kylie says, I'd like to be as great as you guys are with your gifts. Thank you. That's very sweet of you, honey. Restore belief. Robert White put it in the YouTube chat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you very much, Robert. We call Robert Mr. Crystals.
Mr. Healing Hands too, because the man can heal like I've never come across anybody that, okay. In the 1980s, I came across a woman, God help me, I can't think of her name. And she was packing stadiums, no joke. Wow. And she was actually healing Debakari. I cannot think. I think that's her last name. It's been too many years. And that woman had some very serious power. Matter of fact, the King 5 news station in Seattle had an afternoon show on, and my mom and I in the 1980s came down from the Skagit Valley, because that's where we were living at the time, came into Seattle to see her.
Wow.
She took me out of school and said, this is what we're going to do for the day. We both really want to see this woman. And they caught me on camera crying. I am a teenager and I don't remember what the heck it was she said. And the next thing I felt was a camera on my face because I was crying. There was something she said and I was crying.
Wow.
And I'm like, I remember thinking, where's the camera? Because I don't remember where the camera was on that stage. I mean, I remember where it was aimed at her and the person that was talking, but they must have had a camera facing the audience. I don't know, to this day, I'm still not sure where the heck it was, but I could feel it. I mean, psychically, I could feel it. And I was like, I remember thinking in my head, get that blah, 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 blah camera off my face. I was not a happy camper. And I must have looked right at it because I started looking hard. And we ended up that night going to whatever stadium she had, and people were going down to, and she had so much power and so much energy, she would literally touch the top of your head and you would go down. And I thought, oh, this is just a bunch of beep, 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 beep. Yeah. It was not. I am here. My mom was like, Nikki, you need to go and get a healing. And I thought, oh, this is just a bunch of. No, it was not. So I stood in a line with 20 other people.
Wow.
And she put she stopped actually in front of me. I was the only one that she stopped in front of. And she looks at me and she gives me a funny look. And she put her hand on my head. And the next thing I know, both of her hands go on my head. And there was such heat coming from her to me. And I ended up, I'm this teenage kid who's got an extreme amount of strength. I mean, I didn't know my own strength back then. And I was getting called on the carpet for it, even by some guys I knew. And it would freak them out. And I went down to the ground. I ended up on my knees and I was like, there's no way that this was real. And it happened.
Wow.
And my mom came up to me and she was, are you okay? And I'm like, it's real. She's real. I didn't think she was real. I thought they just people faking it. No. So I know there's real healing, and Robert is the real freaking deal, folks.
Yeah.
I call him, I and others that know him call him the human MRI.
Huh.
Because
I just had one of those done.
Yeah, I don't like MRI machines.
Yeah, I don't
and
either.
I don't get along.
Christopher Wayne Fisher says hello.
Hey, Christopher.
Yeah, so tonight was supposed to be about perspectives, but
yes.
you know, when you sit here and you listen to us chit chat, it is what it is, you know. Why
everything
not?
has perspective.
Exactly. I don't pick the shows when she's on. I let her do a thing. Whatever you want to talk about, I don't care. Don't bother me. I can talk anything from ET to this to that. And that's what it is. And that's what people don't understand. Talking about perspectives. Okay, this is a perspective. People, they'll look and they'll say, okay, this is a psychic, that's a psychic, this is a psychic medium, we're not all the same.
Thank you.
Robert's gifts is healing. Mine is healing, but mine is emotional healing. That's my strongest thing, is to guide people towards their emotional healing, to get their emotions under balance. That's me. Okay. Nikki pretty much gets downloaded information. Sometimes she don't want it, but she'll get downloaded anyways, write it down. And she's very gifted as well. But see, we're all different. So what do you consider your specialty?
Yeah, everybody is completely different and at different levels. I didn't have this level when I was a teenager. No. I did not have this kind of level. I mean, I had, I had migraines growing up. Okay, I'm getting choked. There we go. Okay, so I had a lot of migraines growing up and I didn't understand them.
Right.
And a friend of mine at the time taught me about meditation. And her mother was a psychic, although I didn't know that at the time. And she taught me, so my friend taught me visualization.
Right.
And I was already very visual, but because of what she taught me, and I'm going to say thank you to that person. They know who they are. I will not say their name. Every time I say their name, I ended up with a visit from the person's mother. No joke. In the physical world. So hello, everybody. That's my hi. That's my hello. How I'm doing and all of that. You can find anywhere on the web right now. But thank you, because she is the one who taught me to visualize in a specific way and to meditate. And it helped majorly. There's also another one that I want to say thank you to, because she was literally, by the time she was 17 years old, she was a world traveler. Her father was something in the military, and they literally went from Guam to Europe to the South Pacific to the United States. So she grew up Japan. I remember Japan too. I don't remember why I remember Japan, but she was everywhere. And because of her, I learned about, and that was also in high school, I learned about acupuncture, acupressure. And so because of these two young women, they were the beginning of that aspect in my life. And because of my mom, she was the beginning of me opening my mind to, speaking of perspectives, opening my mind to other religions, other ways of life, other ways of viewing, being open about it and not closed. And when you become closed, how you respond to other people in your life and what they experience makes a big deal. It makes you whether you want to talk to that person or not. And so everything is about perspective, and it's about how we were raised, about societal, about government.
Yeah.
And the reason I made that warning about for me, warning about government, I have a tendency to call them bleep hats. Starts with an A and has two S's in the word. But anyway, so because I talked, I had a question for somebody who was retired high up in the government.
Right.
And I had asked a question. Because I had asked this question, 5 days later, I started experiencing extremely deep black ops invasions. And I call them, to me, it's a form of attempted mental psychic rape. So that's why I'm very specific about energies and who I'm around. And if I'm quiet, there's a dang good reason why I'm quiet, because there's somebody around, there's something going on. And if I'm really, really, really verbal, a whole hell of a lot has just, and I'm like, gotta explode it out, gotta get rid of it. But everything is about perspectives, and from the time that we're born, we're like a clean slate, and we have all these perspectives put upon us.
Yes.
And so our growth, and that's one of the ways that the ETs want us to understand is, open up consciousness.
Right.
Open up and allow larger consciousness thoughts, critical thinking skills.
Exactly. Everybody wants to know about their gifts.
That's what I was just.
It's very difficult to literally look at somebody and say, okay, you have this niche, you have that niche, because we all go through growth periods.
Yes.
I had a point where even to this day, I still can communicate with animals, but it's not my strongest ability, but yes, I can communicate with animals, but everybody will basically fall into it. I was heading into a different direction, and I kind of fell into the emotional aspect of it.
My mom, my grandmother, and my great aunts and uncles would nickname me Little Miss Dr. Doolittle when I was growing up. That was one of my nicknames, and it didn't last for very long. It lasted really for quite some time with my great aunt and uncle who lived in Tonga, because guess what Nikki was doing? I was talking to the pigs, and I was talking to the chickens and the horses, and so when we went to Tonga, that's a whole nother subject, but when we went to Tonga, they didn't understand me there, because I could literally understand the fear and the fright before the pigs were slaughtered. And I get that. I mean,
Oh no, I get that.
Okay.
What?
Stop.
Yeah, mine came
I
from.
have a family member who's showing me an image of a memory of mine, but they're showing me from their perspective. Smart ass.
Yeah, because it's like I was on
danced
an
with the fire eater.
investigation. Yeah. Oh my God.
They're
I was on
showing
an
it from my
investigation
there.
in Pennsylvania, and
Can't believe you did that.
I was always there as like the psychic backup in filming. But
Yeah.
I was literally on this particular investigation very connected with one specific dog. She had two, but I was very connected with one specific animal that was being more affected than the other. So,
Yep.
and that's where I found that out. It was just like, you just seem to fall into it. Like my mom, we got about 4 minutes left. My mother,
Okay.
my mother was big on predicting the weather.
Oh,
My
cool.
grandmother could tell you exactly what type of person just walked through the door by one glance. So we all have our things, you know,
Well,
it's
mine-
just what we
when
fall
I-
into.
When I was growing up, it was the animals, then it was numbers.
Yeah.
My mom used to go, okay, Nikki, what are the numbers for the lottery? $5, $20, 30. Well, use 5, 10, 20, and it wasn't. No, it was 40. And I would always pick the correct numbers. And I stopped doing that at must have been about 14 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. And she goes, why? And I said, because it's personal gain, it's personal
Yeah.
profit.
Yeah.
And I know that we need it's helping to supplement different things, but and I really could have gone somewhere with that.
Yeah.
And I was like, somehow I just instinctively knew that when I started critical thinking about it,
Yeah.
it was like, no, this is not okay. This has
No,
got to
yeah.
stop. And the funny thing is, 3 or 4 years ago, I was asked by another psychic to create this group to go after the Mega Millions. And I'm like, I'm not touching that one with a freaking 10-foot pole. Do you know what kind of consequences are going to come to you if you do?
Exactly.
Oh,
There's always consequences, but everybody's perspective
Karma.
is everybody's perspective. is
90
different.
seconds.
Look at this. 90 seconds left of the show. Let me end this blog talk here real quick.
Okay. We're still on YouTube.
But oh my God, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Nikki Jacobs definitely going to be back. You never know. So stay tuned, and we'll do close up on Facebook and YouTube.
Don't be sad. ATU will be back next week at 8 p.m.
60 seconds.
time. Stay tuned to the Rift Network for all of your podcast needs.
Peace out, Blog Talk. Peace out.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Oh my God, yeah. So, you know,
Back
we're
to
sitting
YouTube.
there and we still didn't get half of what we wanted to talk about.
Oh,
but that happens with
hardly.
us a lot.
Not
Like,
even a
it's
quarter.
literally- No, it's like not even. It's like we got maybe this much of a conversation. It should have been that much.
Yep.
But you know, that happens. It really happens. But you know, it's literally, as far as like perspective, the way people see things, it's like just really, really quick. We'll just finish really quick. It's like when you are gifted growing up, like you were gifted growing up, I was
Yeah.
gifted growing up, and you know things. The difference between, I guess, with me, you add the empath, right? So
Mhm.
when I was walking by somebody, I always thought somebody was talking about me, but it wasn't until I got older that I learned that is what they thought of themselves. So
Yes.
you add that in, that was my perspective, not theirs, but yet they'd come up to me, they'd ask me questions, and I would be honest and I'd answer them and let them know what it is that I either see, sensed, smelled, or whatever, you know, this, and that. But it was like, okay, you know what? They're just trying to amuse me. You never truly think
Mhm.
when you're younger. It's not till you get older that you're like, yeah, I know you're bullshitting. I know you're lying. So don't even bother. So it's great when you're a mom, though, I'll tell you.
Oh, yes. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they think they're getting away with it and they're not. Okay, we'll let you think that. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm crazy.
Well, before I forget, what you were talking about regarding the animals, I want to tell people, because I'm really being strongly drawn to tell people, if you have animals that are drawn to you, like you're have an animal menagerie in your home or environment because you are a save the animals, that's a gift. That's a gift. It's a talent. It is a form of your energy. And that's a form of being a Dr. Doolittle. Hello. And if you don't know what a Dr. Doolittle is, go watch. Oh, I think they made 3 different movies.
Yeah,
No,
just
no,
pick
wait.
whoever you like as the main character. Birds, you too. Robert, you and me both. I have a dog, but I have so many birds around me all the time. You don't see blue jays here. I caught a blue jay right on the side of me. Crows. Everywhere I go, there's crows and ravens.
Mhm.
And now we're adding hawks to the mix. So I've got birds up the yin yang around me all the time. It's like, what the hell? Give me a couple feathers so I can fly. Like, what the
Oh
hell?
my God.
Yeah, yeah. So they're all around me all the time. All kinds
my
of birds,
God.
the ravens, the hawks, the crows, lots and lots of crows all the time. And then the blue jay, which is rare. You don't see blue jays this time of the year around here, and we see blue jays. And
Mhm.
then all other kinds of weird birds, the turkey vultures, and then turkeys, wild turkeys. It's like everywhere I go, I'm constantly seeing birds. Yeah.
How interesting, because
Yeah.
that leads me into wanting to ask about well, you're attracting them, you're drawing them to you. What's it leading up to for, oh, you've got changing gifts. I'm wondering if it's changing gifts
Something like that. Yeah.
besides the protection, because I know birds are a form of protection, and
They
some
talk
people
to
say
me.
they're a form of warning.
They're also give you messages from loved ones that have passed over,
Exactly.
messages from up above, but they talk to me
Man,
all the
calm
time.
down. Okay.
So
Hit
yeah,
the water.
but birds themselves have always talked to me. Always.
Yeah.
It's like I knew if somebody was going to pass because the crows told me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and then recently, I'd say within the past 6 months after my mother passed, I've had ravens around me. There's not ravens in this area. I know the difference. A raven sounds like a croaking frog, and a
Yeah.
crow is bah, bah, bah,
Yeah.
bah. So I know the sounds of them. I know what they are.
And the ravens are almost twice the size of a crow.
Yep. Yep.
They're
So, and I
huge
always know
birds.
they're around me, and they're in the trees, and then all of a sudden to the mix, we're adding hawks. But my man, he is Mem from the Mem Indian tribe, and he
Yeah, I
flies
was
with the hawks. So
just
now the
going to
hawks
say.
are flying with my crows and my ravens. So, but yeah, all kinds of birds all over the place all the time.
Oh, when you were talking ravens, I heard Native American, and then you talked about, I want to call him your hubby. That's what I want to call him.
Well, see, ravens also are a representation of the Viking lore, because the ravens were the ones, and the crows. Actually, the ravens were next to Odin. The crows themselves are the ones that used to fly down with the Valkyries. And who the Valkyries didn't take, the crows would eat.
Sounds about right.
That's the lore. I mean, I could have put it
And-
more pleasantly, but I didn't. So
No, it sounds
Okay.
vaguely familiar to me.
yeah. So to me, it's like all a part of who I am. And then I have this
Yeah.
Celtic inside of me because of the Scottish
Okay, good,
Irish. And
excuse
it's
me.
like everything is just like changing up. You look like you got indigestion or you're trying to stop from saying something.
No, I keep burping and it's like, this is okay. I know people that every time they get a message,
Yeah.
they burp.
Wow.
And that's not me. So if you're thinking that's not me, this is just like, I've gone too long. I'm too heated. I'm trying to cool down. This is how my body does it. Anyway, now that's just a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, birds are to me, they're fascinating. That I know so many people that have birds or draw flocks of birds like Robert does.
Yeah,
I
Robert
mean-
has a whole flock that comes through his back door.
Oh
Those
my
are
God.
they remind me of screeching lories. I'm not really sure what kind of bird they are, but down
his are
here they
lorikeet.
remind me of a screeching lory by
Yeah,
the coloring
there's-
and the ring in the necks.
Yeah, the ones that he has, they are lorikeets, form of a parakeet. If I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
yeah.
Robert.
Well, he
can
doesn't
look
have
into
them. They
see-
just decided they're adopting him.
Oh yes, they have
They
very
adopted
much adopted him.
Oh my God. All right, guys.
Rainbow
Before I get in
lorikeets,
trouble
thank
for
you.
being on the Rift Radio so much, we really, again, did not get a chance. Rainbow lorikeets.
Lorikeets.
Lorikeets. Okay. All right. Rainbow lorikeets. Before we get in trouble for being on the Rift too long. But don't worry, Nikki's going to be back, and sooner or
Yep.
later I'll talk her into coming on the show constantly. So we'll just keep on that.
She
We'll
will
just
too.
bug her every freaking week. But next week, I'm not sure what's up. Next week's Thanksgiving, guys. And
Yeah.
it's a Thursday. So,
United States is Thanksgiving.
yeah, I do have a family thing. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So, and again, I want to say peace out to you guys and thank you for turning in. And hopefully, even if you didn't receive the information you thought you would, hopefully, you got a little laugh. You got a little
That's
laugh.
for sure.
You
gotta
need
create joy
laughter,
in-
and at least anything, at
Yes.
least you can come here for the comedy hour on Thursday nights. There you go. So we can have a little bit of fun. Don't forget, you get a hold of Nikki. How do we get a hold of Nikki?
Facebook, Nikki.Jacobs.376 on Facebook. I've got the regular Facebook page. I've got the psychic page that's linked to that. And come December 1st, Facebook is clearing out their how you contact people. So I don't know what's going to happen with, because I have my link attached to my Facebook page for my psychic page, and
Yeah.
come December 1st, they're talking about clearing all that out. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
wait a minute. So for right now, that's how you get a hold of me. You can also go to Restore Belief, or you can send me an email at restorebelief2022 at gmail.com. I had to think about that, but see, I don't access it very often. So the
Doesn't
easiest
check
way
her
is
email
Facebook.
too much, guys.
No,
So you're on a wing and a prayer
check me
there.
out. Yeah, you are. So definitely head over to Facebook, message me that way, and I will get back to you. So if I've got something really big going on, it might take me a couple of days, but typically I'm within 6 to 24 hours. I will respond. So.
All right, guys. Peace out on Facebook. See you
Okay.
later, YouTube. Bye, Twitch, and hasta